Welcome back to another video. We're gonna see the following feature over here, which will be surface simplification underneath the operations tab within Generative Shape Design. Now, in order to showcase this, as we can see over here, I have a chair, and this will be created from multiple faces over here. Currently, I'm within show shaded with material. So shading with material, I will go over here on shading with edges, and we're gonna see all of those individual faces. So this feature will allow us to do a simplification. That means that we can join those. Over here for this chair, I will go all the way over here up to order geometrical set, and over here I have a thick surface for that. So I will just hide that for now, and I will reveal the joined surface underneath that. This in the middle is the reference, which was used to model the chair, so I will just have that hidden. Now, for the surface simplification, if we're gonna take a look at the information of this, we're gonna see that this will simplify the topology of a surface under given threshold. So this threshold will be various parameters that can be set to make a simple surface, let's say, within a single element. So I will select this. For the surface, we're going to select the element. In this case will be join 5, since all of those will be joined over here. And faces to merge, we're going to have that selection. For example, if I want to have those three surfaces merged, I can select those. I have over here those thresholds, so we have a ratio and offset. I will leave it like this with the default, and we're going to see also a deviation. In this case, the maximum deviation for the inner distance will be 0.15 millimeters. If I will hit preview, we're going to see CATIA will process that. We're going to have an information annotation over here stating that in this case, the boundary distance deviation, this will be 8.69. As we can see over here, this will be at 10 at 4. So that means we're going to have actually 0.0008 millimeters. So that will be a low value for that deviation. I can click OK, and as we can see, we have that merged within a single surface. So the main objective of this surface simplification is to merge faces and to have less geometry. Therefore, if I would, for example, want to go and extrude the resulting surface over here, I can use that within various operations. For example, I can do an extrude. If I will go on the z-axis, we're going to see that that surface will go all the way over here. So I can make that extrude on a larger distance, on a smaller distance, given the direction, in this case the z-axis. So I no longer have to select all of those individual surfaces. We're still going to have on the sides multiple faces, but again, we can go and convert those as well if I also want to go extrude within another direction. So maybe for a chair like this that doesn't have any armrest, you can do something like that quite easily. Now, I will jump over here where we have this surface simplification case study surface, and let's take a look at that. If I will go with surface simplification, again, I need to select the surface. In this case, if I'm going to take a look within the product tree, we're going to see that this will be just a resulting surface. So within my previous example, that was a joint surface, but this is just an example of a resulting surface. So we can easily obtain something similar within CATIA. If I will go over here, copy, and I can create a new body. And within that new body, I can paste special and I can paste the result. And that will just give me a surface like this. If you're going to take a look over here, you're going to see that icon over here. So we have a surface and a sign over there. So over here, we directly have a resulting surface like that. So we don't have any history for this. Now, with the surface simplification, again, if I will select this once, everything will be selected, since everything will be nested underneath the case study surface over there. And for example, if I want to merge those pink areas over here, I can select those. We also have the possibility to define some micro faces. If I will enable this, without that, everything over here will be joined under a single surface. So if I will hit preview without any micro surface, this will be merged under a single individual surface. But if I will go with micro surface, I want to maintain those two at the bottom. I can click OK. So this will be the result. As we can see in yellow, everything over here has been merged together, but we still have these two individual surfaces. If I will go over here on surface simplification, we're gonna have those values regarding the deviation. If I want to do a change to the surface simplification, I can just double click on that. And over here for the elements, I can, in this case, maybe add additional ones. Keep in mind that the green ones will be added over here. And if I will further want to extend this, I also want this outer border to be converted. So in this case, those will need to be green since they have already been selected. If I will hit preview, CATIA will now process this. And again, we're going to obtain an information over here. We see the boundary deviation. In this case, will be 0.001. We can also change those values, and you can also see the inner distance over here, which will be that deviation. I will hit a preview. In this case, we have that information. We can also enable boundary distance, and the boundary distance will look like this. So we're gonna also have a color map for this. As we can see, mostly of our surface will be within the green area over here. So with that deviation. And we can also enable boundary tangency. And this will look like this. So in this case, that will not be visible over here, that boundary tangency. For the preview information, we can also go with none. And if I will click OK, we're going to see how that will be merged into a single surface. But keep in mind that if you have a surface like this, you're going to have some, let's say, some deformation on that. And depending on the threshold and the values over here, if I will increase the ratio to 5, we're going to see how that will look now. In this case, if I will go with something like 10, this will look like this. As you can see, I increased that to 10, but when I go back, this will again go back to 1 millimeter. If I will change the offset value, for example, to 5, and again, if I will go back, that will be resetted to 1 and 1 millimeter over here. So if I will try to increase the maximum deviation, so I will allow this surface to go all the way to 2 millimeters, I will hit preview. We're going to see how CATIA will draw that now. If I will click OK, we see there are some slight changes over here, especially within those two highlights. And if I will go back, those values will remain over here. So the maximum deviation has been set to 5. If I will go, for example, to 20, if I will hit preview, this will allow CATIA to bend that surface a lot more. So we see with the inner distance deviation of 20 millimeter, the result will look like this. So we no longer have those highlights over here. So that means our surface is now much cleaner. But keep in mind that there are some deviations added within that from the original one. As we can see, those are not yet computed over here, but the deviations are larger than within the previous. But for this case study, if you're gonna rotate onto this surface, we're gonna see that this will now be well defined, and we can easily do again an extraction of this. And afterwards, we can work with that extract just like previously. I can have this extruded, for example, on the z-axis. We see that this will be 20 millimeters, so this piece is quite large. So I will go to something like 100 in order to better visualize that and have it proportionally extruded over here. And since this is a surface, if I will go over here within a section, and if I will go within this plane, we're gonna see how that new surface has been added over here. There are some slight deviations on the side, so keep that in mind, since I set the direction to be on the y-axis. So we see over here this is fine, but over here where we had this additional edge, we had this additional let's say profile over here on the corner, so this will not go all the way over there. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I will position a similar video over here on the left side and a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.